where you learn the secrets of the social media through the social universe, and in many cases, you learn the secrets of the universe itself. And I do have to just tie in real quick. Part of social media is that we film the show and we put it up on YouTube, and then thank goodness for all of you wonderful listeners out there. We normally get anywhere from 20 to 30,000 people that will view a particular show, which is great. And so we want to say thank you to all of you out there who are utilizing the social media. YouTube is the #1 search engine over Google. Google doesn't mind because they own it, but a great place if you have video to be able to go, and also a great place to go find us. So just type in Social Universe and either Rita or Andy, A-N-D-I, and you'll be able to find this show on YouTube. So don't forget to go out there and take a look at us and see some of the other shows as well. So we're going to talk about some of the modalities that can be used, and we'll begin with Rita as far as clearing. And I'm going to give an example out of my own life. I was a national sales director in my younger life. I really rose up through the ranks and had a great time with it, and I was leading nationwide a major national initiative, and it was basically fringe benefits. But the fringe benefits, I felt, needed some sprucing up to really match what I felt they should be. And so my sales were suffering. And I actually sat down with the company and said, you know what, to get back in alignment, I need a few things changed. Well, what's funny is that they allowed me to act like those changes were made while they were making them, and all I did was act into the story, and all of a sudden the sales increased by about 400%. And that was in my own way. I was trying to do clearing. If I'd had somebody like Andy at the time, she could have cleared me out without all of that process. But Andy, tell us what you do to get people clear.
Good job. Well, we're stepping into a new paradigm, which is abundance in all forms. Mm-hmm. And so people really need, our society has made us look inward, what's wrong. We are strengthening your innards, whether that is working on you physically. Mm-hmm. And to give you an example for the technical people out there, have a way to look into the soul's records, which is like a giant computer room everywhere you've ever been, all experiences, and clear out. Energy collects under the surface creatively, and sometimes forms blocks in our lives that we know something's there and we can't quite pinpoint it. So I will work on that very deep level, and Rita works on that very deep level too. And so if you have energy that's stuck in your fascia, the layers of the skin, then Rita is going to work on you, and I'll let her really explain that fully.
One of the modalities is called myotherapy, and in particular release point therapy. Rita, do you want to tell us a little bit about release point therapy and how somebody can utilize that when they come in to see you?
Yes, release point therapy focuses on people that has been injured, or they have been have acute problems, recurring injuries, could be because of their job, repetitive ways of constantly doing something for a long period of time. So, or it can be sport injuries, many different reasons, but with release point, with myotherapy, we address, number one for me, I always address, I look as a holistic therapist. I look at the person as a whole, of course, not in little pieces, because in myotherapy, I'm able to go beyond the norm. I will say I like to look at the skeleton system to see if it's balanced, and if not, I do acupressure points to bring the whole. In this case, will be hip realignment, and because if the hips, if they're off, then I combine it with Chinese 5 elements, because then I can really go and see which organ is not expressing its full potential. For example, somebody's worrying a lot, and that's energy will accumulate, like Andy was saying, the accumulation of discordant energy or overwhelm if somebody's worrying a lot, it will accumulate in their neck area, in their stomach pains. So they will be expressing a lot of sympathy in their life. So I listen to expressions that the body is giving, communicating, and I'm able to read that, and then so I go directly to the root cause. So once the hips are aligned, so I teach my clients that the 10 minutes of the therapy is extremely important, because I do a reading, physical and just energetic reading of the organs, and then I determine which organs they working to, which organs are not expressing its full potential, and then I'm able to work in acupressure points and on their system that I use 6 different points to be able to decongest the meridians, and working with the kidney meridians is extremely important, because it's very grounding to the body. And because we are like computers, so we need to be grounded, enable for the mind to be able to allow to let go of whatever issue is being overwhelming. Once I do that, then I'm able to have the mind cooperating and coming into a place of surrender, and allow me to be able to allow the body to reorganize the information, where the person might feel like they feel like crying, to release the moisture and heat that is being built up in the body. Could be built up in different muscles, like back pain or neck pain. So then once the body is being realigned, and I'm able to open up the lymphatic system as well, and do the energy balance, and then I can do the mushroom therapy release.
If I could speak to that real quick, I'm hoping everybody really did truly take notes on what she said, because there's so much wisdom in what she just said, that there's, in the 2 different sides of medicine, the Eastern medicinal side and the Western medicinal side, they both have merit, they both have value, but the Western medicinal side is so cut and dry. You know, you have a symptom, let's put something to it, but the problem is that you might be taking something that knocks one of your other organs off. So what she's talking about is having your organs actually working in concert, working the way they should be, getting your energy the way they should. We really do function as electrical, energetic human beings. I mean, that's what we are. If you think about the way the synapses fire in the brain, the way everything works inside of our bodies, we actually are, the way the energy flows through our body is so important. And I am a living, walking example of that, that when I was at my highest weight, I was exercising, got this 6 hours a day and not losing any weight. And I went into somebody very similar to Rita, who talked about energy balance and talked about my organs where they were out of place. I needed some physical help, so she adjusted the placement of the organs, and then she also gave me some vitamins that would clear out the liver, that would clean out the kidneys, some detoxing to go on, and also to help reduce some of the fat content. There was plenty of it at that time around my organs, and within 2 weeks I was losing a pound a day and working out 2 hours a day. But that 2 hours, talking about being in balance, I was out of balance working 6 hours a day, working out 6 hours a day. 2 hours a day was great fun. It was so much fun. I absolutely loved it. I watched the weight melting off, but more importantly, my internal balance and the way I felt and the peace and happiness that I had was just as important as the weight coming off. So I'm hoping that everyone listened well to what Rita had to say, because that's very, very important. The one thing I didn't add in is something that I really wanted to at that time, was holistic therapeutic massage. Could you talk about that just a little bit?
Yes, again, I do my, let's say, reading the body before, when the person comes in, and I do life coaching as well with them, because it's important. A lot of people, they never had the experience of having somebody actually listening to what is really happening and allow the space. So something that Andy and I do very well is holding the space so the person is able to feel comfortable and safe to be able to allow the body to express what it needs to express for the healing to be completed. So I do the intake form. I will be I do a little bit of teaching as well to be able to help them to understand that it's actually a life-changing choices that we need to address and able to.
And I want people to ask themselves, do you think it was a life change for me to reduce my weight, to have a life-changing experience, to have the peace and happiness that comes from actually getting in shape, and being able to play basketball again when I was in my 40s with 19-year-olds, and the comments that the 19-year-old shared was, that guy's in shape. Okay, it wasn't dunking it, but the point is that peace and happiness comes exactly like Rita is saying, in true applied ways. That okay, now I'm equating it to the gym, but that same energy comes in working your business.
Yes.
If you're a leader at your business or a manager or whatever the case might be.
And that's one of the things we laugh about at Healing Dynamics International. We spell holistic with a W, because we work with the whole being,
Absolutely.
the whole system, and the energy. You have an energetic pathway system through your chakras, as well as you have meridians and your organs talking. And we really love what we do, and building the center has been very exciting. So we're going to have some group activities. We're building our calendar, and very happy to be building the community and growing.
Absolutely. Let's have you share your website again too, because you actually have events that you put on and they can come to. Is that correct?
Yes, it is Healing Dynamics International, spelled out, or INTL.com. And we'd love to have you stop by. Our office number is 480-423-6967. And we are right on 2401 in the Hayden Professional Plaza, right on North Hayden, just south of Thomas, on the east side of the road.